Hello everyone, so I've just pulled up at Luton's Toddington Track just to come to check out the finishing touches that they're doing to their refresh down here. Just looking to improve the track a bit and make it a bit, the jumps a bit better and some of the layout a bit different, I think. So we're going to see what they've been up to. The diggers are out there at the moment, just finishing off. So we're going to have a chat with one of the committee members, Paul Byrne, who's been instrumental in getting this done, and the track builder Johnny Groves from Shape and Scape. Going to have a chat, see what he's done and why he's done it, and then go and have a look around and see how it looks. Okay, see you in a minute. So I've got Paul Byrne here, committee member of Luton. Just going to ask him a few questions about what's been going on here over the last few days. So Paul, tricky times obviously in the world at the moment, and financially pretty tricky. So a brave decision for the club to stick their hand in their pocket and do a bit of work to the track at this time. So yeah, what was the reasoning behind that?
Well, first of all, I'd like to obviously thank the committee and the directors for going with this decision. Obviously, you know, it's tricky times. So, you know, the idea is to basically we want more riders on the line. We feel as a committee this is the best way to get more riders on the line, get the interest back into the Luton District Motorcycle Club. The club has actually been going for just over 100 years, so we want to keep that going for the future, for the young riders coming through, as well as keep the older generation coming here, you know, once a month. Or the race meetings, what we got on for to continue. Basically, want riders on the line. So the decision was made, and I'm very grateful that the directors and the committee have voted for us to go to the next level. The track has obviously been running here now. I think we've run here about 20 years, so you know, it's well known. But it's never had an actual official track builder to come in and actually do the track. We've got so far with it the last couple of seasons, but we just failed to raise the bar. You know, the decision was made to get Shape and Scape in.
And how do you do it at the minute then, Paul? How do you look after the track? Who does it?
At the moment, obviously, we're all volunteers here, so there's a handful of us who come down every Saturday and basically get it ready for that meeting.
So that's unpaid volunteers just taking their time.
We don't pay anyone. No one's on the payroll. So it's all voluntary, and it's the passion. You know, it's the passion of the committee who actually make this happen. So
I guess scraping around with some old equipment.
That's it, yeah. So we have currently got plant here, but it's as you know, we're a voluntary club. We haven't got the funds, we haven't got new machinery, but obviously it's old times, but we can only do so much with the limited plant we got.
So who have you got to come in and have a refresh of the track then?
We done our research, and we looked at a few track builders, and we went with Shape and Scape. Well known, done plenty of work. You know, they've gone from GPs to local practice events around this area. Very, very high, you know, recommendable firm.
Great. And so, what are they going to do, and why are they doing it?
So, what we're going to do, we're going to. It's this visit here. We do have a future plan in place. The first part one is to refresh the track, which is what's been happening the last couple of days. So they've elevated the levels, they've refaced the jumps, made them nice and safe and doable. So for all levels, so you know, there's jumps there for novices and intermediate riders, as well as we've got jumps out there which are for experts, but as well as they're not silly jumps. There, you know, you can land short if you're an intermediate rider, but also as well it push that intermediate rider to go for these safe jumps. And like I say, we widen the track as well. One of the main reasons is I want to make it a track where it's lots of places to pass. So it's creating lines, creating good racing, and that's what we come here for, to race and have a good day. We've got a great venue here. Not only the track, but we've got great surrounds. The grass is cut every week, so there is a lot of pride in this place, and we want to show that to everyone and get people back here.
And some pretty good dirt here, Paul. As well.
So the dirt's made up. Probably about 3 terrains on the whole track. So you know, we've got clay, we've got sand. You know, it compacts well. If the weather's right, if we get rain in the week, it ends up tacky. It's nice ruts. So you've got a bit of everything. So you've got old school, which is Toddington's what's renowned for. We want to keep that status, bring a bit of modern bit into it, and bring the youth riders coming into the sport, into the adult ranks, and keep them and keep progressing and keep getting people on the line. So the track is you know, you've got uphills, downhills, and it's a good mix of off terrains and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really good.
Cool. And you're going to get your bike out and do a bit of a GoPro lap for us,
do a demo lap for you, and then yeah, we'll get that up, and then hopefully you'll make you know, you'll look good, and it'll entice you to come and join us. You know, it is a club. We do take membership. Member riders do get priority of booking in on these events, and we want to give something back to the members who obviously the money goes towards us, so it's great.
And so that's the aim, I guess, to get a few more people on the line, get people enjoying the track and the sport.
Yeah, so like at this time, obviously it's a good time to get people practicing, to get used to the track, and then next year we want to start racing again. Hopefully maybe sooner, depending on what the COVID conditions are like, and then get racing and get people on the line and enjoy the days.
Great. Well, I'm sure everyone's appreciative of the efforts of yourself and the committee members and the club, and look forward to seeing you ripping around in a minute or two. Johnny from Shape and Scape. Johnny, first of all, just tell us a little bit about your company and how long you've been going and what you've been doing and that sort of thing.
Yeah, we've been building tracks now since early 2000s. Started off just building a few friends' tracks, and then escalated. We ended up going limited in 2010 and never really looked back since then. Really been flat out full time and working 10 months, sometimes 12 months of the year, depending on how good the winter is. Yeah, we seem to do all right, to be fair, and struggle on.
And what's the sort of highest profile track you'd have worked on, would you say?
Probably Western build every year. It's pretty full on. That's our biggest project of the year, and it takes most of the year planning it and thinking about it and trying to alter it to do it, like, sort of thing. But yeah, there's a few other projects now, like the bike park projects are really cool that we've been involved with. We've been doing that alongside 40 Trailscapes, Kai 40, the old Red Bull BMX dirt jump rider. Yeah, there's some quite fun projects now, quite big profile ones getting, yeah, different stuff, you know.
So a bit different to Western here. What you've been doing, why you've been doing it, what's the benefit to the riders going to be?
Yeah, so we flipped the track to run anti-clockwise. A track will always really seems to run and flow a little bit better anti-clockwise because you've always got your rear brake in play a little bit more. There'll be more corners that you can use the rear brake than others, so they tend to feel a bit more flowy. We've widened out the track back to 8 meters. There was so much dirt in the corners over the years where it's been dragged in and thrown in from the bikes, and we've dropped a good half a metre off each corner and widened all the straights back out to 8-9 metres. We've turned all the jumps to run the other way. There's 2 quite really nice jumps here now, and then the rest of the smaller ones we've shaped up so they're nice and safe. Still nothing modern, still try to keep an old school feel to it, but as well as giving it a couple of good jumps for the new breeds to come through and try over and jump over. Yeah, not rocket science really, not trying to reinvent the wheel, just trying to make it a bit more easy to maintain and safer, and create a few more lines. I think it will definitely get more lines around it now. It was so narrow, where over the years it's just been dissed, and it had gone down to maybe like a 3 metre wide track, the actual riding line, whereas now I think you're going to get 7 or 8 good lines in each corner, you know. So yeah, it's good dirt. It's nice to have good dirt.
Yeah, right. No, it's a good venue, isn't it? And what I mean, obviously, when a lot of people think, oh, the track builder's going in, they think they're going to turn it into like a MXGP Supercross track for the 16-year-old kids. Obviously, Luton Club's got, you know, some fast younger guys, but it's got a lot of vet riders and junior riders. So
track building kind of comes and goes in circles, and the last 2 years we're definitely building a lot more traditional style tracks, a lot less jumps, more flowy, more sort of easier going on the bikes, whereas 10 years ago maybe we were building a lot more sort of like giant supercross tracks. There are still places out there for them, but predominantly I think the people prefer the old school flavour to it. So I mean, definitely the last 6 circuits we've done have been more of a traditional style circuit, but with some modern stuff in it as well, you know, just trying to keep that old school flow and racing going a little bit.
So Paul, you've had a rip round then, what do you reckon?
Yeah, we had a couple of laps. The track really flows really well. My main sort of concern was the jumps. The takeoffs are nice and the landings are rolled. I've sort of short landed the jumps, so it's, you know, for all abilities you can hit them hard or as slow as you like. So which is want to get across that it's not an complete expert track. You can hit jumps and land short and build your confidence up. You know, bring the riders through and you know, get their confidence up. Flows well. So yeah, so we're looking forward to the next event. And once again, just like to thank the committee, the 3 directors, Dave Lewis, Rob and Steve, the chairman, and then we've got the race secretary Mel, the ASU stewards, Angela, and then Andy McClurg and his lads, who put the hard work in doing the track prep, and the rest of the committee. Just like to say thanks, and we look forward to the next event and hope it's the beginning of a good thing, and we'll catch you on the next event.
And when is that next event? Do we know yet? Is there a date for it?
For the 9th of August. So keep your eyes peeled to the Facebook page, which is at Luton District. Mel Bird is the race secretary. She'll announce when it opens online. Get booked in. There's a limited amount of spaces. Members are priority. So if you still want to join, you haven't joined, the options are on the Facebook page or the ASU website, and also as well we've got a web page as well. So just Google Luton and District Motorcycle Club. Get linked in, and yeah, see you soon.
Cheers, Paul.
No worries.